I'm in that state, and I'm realizing it because when you're under, I'll say something. I'm on a rant now,
Yeah.
but I'll
Hey,
say
I have
something
to go to
like
the
this.
bathroom again.
Oh,
So
okay,
keep
yeah,
so
do your
keep on
thing, do your
ranting.
thing. Okay. I'll say something like this. When you are when when you're under the spirits, and I would say the demonic, they do not stop. They're they will kill you. You'll feel it. They know who you are. They know what you've done. And so I was in that state of like torment. I call it spiritual torment because those spirits they really torment you like crazy. It's almost like hell. You're basically like in hell. I'll be honest. You're like in hell. So they tormented me like crazy. I'm sitting there tormented, uh, completely tormented. I'm like this, spellbound. I'm tormented. I'm frozen and solid, tormented, and I'm like Jesus. I'm like, oh man, I might die now. And I'm like, I'm thinking about our brothers and sisters. I'm thinking about Obi, Chidozi, Obi Oma, Chidozi, Adura, Obadaka, Ibeturu, my mom, Dorothy Alozi. I'm thinking about Becky. Thinking about Soji, her son. I'm thinking about Alubade. I'm thinking about Yanka. I'm thinking about the people I know. I'm thinking about Thomas. I'm thinking about Dad. I'm thinking about Christian Alozi. I'm thinking about all my family, and they got me. I'm tortured soul, and yeah, they got me. Yeah, they got me. I thought I was gonna die. Thought I was gonna die. I did not die. Um, honestly, I thought I was gonna die. Thought I was gonna die, guys. He just got back in, but I thought I was gonna die.
So one of the disadvantages of not being so young, you gotta fucking piss all the fucking time. It's fucking ridiculous.
I thought I was gonna die, but I this is what I said exactly when I was about to die. I was like, man, I'm about to die. This sucks. And guess what? When you die, somebody else controls the narrative of your death. And so whatever you believed who you truly are, don't believe that because you're in the world of the dead and everyone and somebody else control your narrative. Even right now we think of Michael Jackson as a pedophile. We think of a lot of people who we know as this or that. Somebody else controls your narrative when you're dead. So forget that legacy nonsense. So I was there. I was literally just like dying, and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna die, Jesus help your boy, man. Like please. I don't know you like this, man, but please, bro. And quite frankly, what ended up happening is like I said his name. I was so honest. Uh, to end the rant because I know Jason's back and I do talk a lot. When you have the power, when you have the authority of Christ, guys, you act different, and that's also a different thing. That's a different world. Because the devil also sifts through everybody who Christ has given authority to. And your pride can manifest in so many different ways. So for a good year and a half or 2 years, I had extraordinary pride. I would do extremely insane things because I could, because no one's gonna kill me and no one's gonna say anything. And guess what happened? Nobody did anything or said anything. You're like literally a god in Christ. Like I'm not gonna lie, you were just a god in Christ, and I realized, hey, you gotta chill, cause now you gotta explain too much to people who don't believe in Christ, and now those people who don't believe in Christ were taught Christ through religions and things that are not Christ, and now they don't believe in you, and you also have to challenge your own faith because sometimes you might not even have. Actually, I never lost faith ever in my life. I never did that in my life. But
Is there anything that could cause you to lose faith?
no, not at all. Not at
Not
all.
at all.
Not at all.
So you
Never.
you be like Job Jr.
I can be extreme Job. I can even right now, in my lifetime, do the most insane things you would think are insane. But I would never lose faith in Christ because faith is different than a belief in whether or not my money is worth something tomorrow because of inflation or something like that, or whether or not I'm gonna spend my whole life working a job to get money. Faith is bigger than that. Faith is Jesus. Faith is Jesus. Jesus